What is good, guys? M.V.K here, back again for some more comic reviews. Another comic review for you guys. And today we're here for the world of it's a crossover. And I bet you guys were probably wondering if your boy was going to pick this up, because I have read the first previous crossovers and I wasn't too big of a fan of it. But yeah, I gave it a shot. I picked it up and picked up that Batman Spawn, the next issue, the next crossover between the two icons. I got that Jason Fabok cover. That one was calling to me. It came down to the Jim Lee or Jason Fabok, and I was like, I love you, Jim, but that Fabok is calling me. That cover's calling me, and I like this one. There were some really good covers, but I like this cover the best. Very good. So of course this is written by McFarlane, and Greg Capullo does the artwork. Let's get this right out of the way. Was this better than the previous ones? Yes, in my opinion it were. It was a lot better. This does revolve around kind of like multiverse portals, things like that, so it kind of felt a little bit better. But where's this taking? This is taking place somewhere during Snyder and Capullo's run, Court of Owls. You know, Joker still has his cut up face, you know, that the doll maker did to him, things like that. And so it has a bit of a flair to it. It focuses on some similarities between the two characters in terms of Wanda and Martha Wayne dying on the same day, things like that. Do these two go at it? Yeah, they go at it. And it's clearly shown again, well, this time a lot better. It's clearly shown that Bruce he is not prepared for Spawn, because they don't even know each other. But just in general, if there was a fight between them, yeah, you kind of will know who's gonna win this fight. Bruce does get his ass kicked by Al. Al kicks the living shit out of him a couple times. And then Bruce starts to determine a little bit, okay, you can't do this when this happens. Like, he starts to determine his powers and things like that. But over time, it's Bruce's intelligence where he basically says, like, look, okay, we need to talk. The Court of Owls are up to something. They're trying to put us against each other. You either listen to what I'm telling you, or we're gonna just keep fighting. You know, and that's the whole gist of it. And I enjoyed it. Greg Capullo's artwork was really good. I very much enjoyed that part about it. The writing was pretty solid on both parts. You got Al or Spawn literally saying, you know, you're merely human. That was used a lot in this whole issue. You know, you're just human. If you were in my world, you'd be dead. Things like that. And, you know, Bruce goes on to talk about, yeah, I got an army, you know, and people that I go to back with, that I love and respect and trust them with my lives. And Spawn is just like, you know, they'd be dead. And then Bruce even kind of brings up, you know, he says in one part, he says, there are people in my world that have powers. And, you know, because it keeps going to typically about that with Al. He's basically saying, you know, power, and you know, I was human once too, and then they did this to me, and I'm listening to this Al, and I'm like, well, they didn't necessarily do that. You somewhat agreed in some sense. Don't sugarcoat it. But you know, Bruce is just like, yeah, you know, he basically said, Bruce says in all the same words that, you know, we all say, you don't need powers. You know, and Bruce goes into detail, like the guys that I do fight to have, the monsters that I do have powers, I exploit their weaknesses, and boom, that's it. I get them. You know, And I love that. I love that. You know, Bruce is in Al's face, like, you know, get the fuck out of here with your powers. Like, you know, how good have they been for you? Like, he's literally shooting on Spawn in this. And when I mean that, shooting meaning like he's telling them straight, like, how good have your powers been for you? Is it, you know, things like that. He literally constantly is telling that to. And then he even brings up Superman, and Al even says, yeah, well, you know, in my world, he was the first to get killed. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, I was like, wait, that stuff, he's like, yeah, because they weren't scared of him, you know, and I love Alfred backing him up. Yeah, would they be scared of Batman? Things like that. This was good. Don't get me wrong. It was good. It was better than the original crossovers. They gave you a clear cut, okay, how this is happening, which works, which I like, but it just clearly didn't feel like a one shot. That's the one thing, because by the end of the issue, we see that Martha Wayne and Wanda Blake in other universes, they're alive and well, and it seemed like in one universe, Wanda's looking out the window, she sees the bat signal and she doesn't even know what that is. Then in another universe, we see Martha Wayne at a church and a preacher Kilgore. Spawn fans, y'all know who Kilgore is, and it's just like, what? And it just kind of was like, wait, okay, so is this over or not? Outside of that, it was pretty good. I enjoyed it for what it was. I do love a good crossover, and for me, I love crossovers that give respect to both characters. You're not trying to make one look better than the other, but clearly here this is a different take because yes, Spawn could kill Batman if he wanted to, but I love how McFarlane is able to, you know, kind of put that to rest a little bit of showcasing, well, if, you know, in terms of Spawn's necro powers, his necro energy and things like that. So I liked it. Outside of that, I do recommend it if you are a fan of crossovers, you are a fan of these two icons, because let's be honest, one of the most iconic indie characters, Spawn, you know, he's one of the most iconic indie characters, probably most high-ranking selling indie, you know, characters there is, you know. But this is the big boy. This is a hefty, you know, load if you don't feel like you want to take the risk. But yeah, I mean, you know, this is a $7 book. It's $6.99. You know, wherever you are, tax-wise, you're paying a good $7 for this. You know, it's worth it if you are a fan. If not, if you're a casual fan, then I wouldn't. You know, but yeah, good job to DC and Image. This was fun. I do recommend it for fans. Like I said, I'll show you a little bit of some artwork. I thought it was really good from Capullo. Like, look at that. Capullo's artwork. That's just beautiful right there. That spread. That's beautiful. But yeah, other than that, you guys take care. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Do yourselves a favor if you like Spawn and Batman. Give it a shot. Was it worth the hype? That's the main question I think most people, fellow comic fans and comic readers and collectors like myself are probably going to ask. Was it worth the hype? It's borderline. It's right on the borderline. There you go. That's the way I look at it. Outside of that, thank you for listening, guys. I will see you guys next time with another review in the future. More to come.